Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another edition of our AEW Dynamite postgame show. Thanks for staying up late with us, as we were, of course, delayed because of the NBA game on TNT. My name is Tony Schiavone. It's good to be talking to everyone, and we'd like to welcome you. We got a lot of regulars to our postgame show. We're going to be on here a little bit and being able to talk to you, being able to communicate with you. We're coming to you on our AEW YouTube channel. We're also coming to our AEW Facebook page, and also for our friends and family members on the What Happened When Facebook page. We're on here too live as well. That is my podcast along with Conrad Thompson. Prince Leo, how are you doing, buddy? Mike Ruiz, Merry Christmas to you. Jermaine from North Carolina is with us. Hey, Jermaine, how are you? CJ Clem says, great show tonight. Thank you very much. Mike Ruiz, great show. I am having a great and Merry Christmas thus far. We've got a pretty big family here at the Schiavone house. It's we're going to kind of do our Christmas in a little bit of shifts. We have 5 grandchildren, 1 more on the way. I have 5 kids, although 4 of them will show, 1 will not. And we got a bunch of dogs. And we are going to social distance. And we are going to wear masks, and we are going to enjoy Christmas. Can't tell me not to get together with my family. Ray Mears, Merry Christmas. Alex Gresh, Joker Jack, Casey Fellows, Daryl Brown, Gerald Norville Jr., J.C. Booth, Jonathan Wilson. Merry Christmas to all of you, my friends. Thank you very much. What's your favorite Batman collectible that you own? Wow. That's a good question. I got a bunch of things here that I really like. Let's see. Got a lot of I've got a lot of signed prints from some of the artists. Got a lot of pictures. Actually, you may see. Let me see if I can get the point right. Boom! You may see right there. There's a gigantic Batman mural that as you go downstairs here, and that's from Arkham Asylum that we put up. I'm pretty proud of that. So there's a lot of things. It's really hard, but I appreciate you asking me. It's pretty hard to really pick one. Let's see, Julie, for the Goulas family, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Julie, sweetie, thank you very much. Let's see. Emery, David Emery Sweat, David Erickson. I hope I said it right. Sweet, maybe. Do we have a traditional, Luis wants to know, do we have a traditional Christmas dinner? Do y'all have Mexican food like a lot of folks? No, I like a bit of both. We have, we actually end up having mostly hors d'oeuvres and finger snacks all day. We used to do that during the day. We used to do this. This is how much we used to eat. Used to have a breakfast in the morning, and then around lunchtime, we would start putting out hors d'oeuvres. And then we would have a turkey dinner at night. Well, by the time we got to the turkey dinner, it was like, so we kind of stopped doing that, and we just go for the hors d'oeuvres now, because the turkey dinner, and they're pretty good. I mean, we have pretty good I got my son Tim, he's a damn good cook, and he knows his stuff, and he cooks a lot of the stuff for us as well. Charcuterie board, ham, sliced turkey, sliced ham, deviled eggs, my favorite. All types of candies, and I think we got barbecue sliders. It's just all kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff, and that is kind of a look behind the scenes. David Kayumi, go A's. Yes, grew up a big athletics fan. I can't explain why. Well, I can explain why, but being not from California, it's hard. I grew up in the 70s, and they were a big team in the 70s. And they have a reliever, at least they did. I don't know if he was playing for him last year, because I didn't watch baseball at all last year, but Ryan Buchter Brian Buchter was a reliever for the Oakland A's. He played for the Gwinnett Braves, and Ryan and I became friends. And Ryan sent me this shirt that I wear, and it just reminds me of my days of loving Reggie Jackson and Sal Bando and Bert Campaneris and Mike Epstein at first base and Dick Green at second and the Alous in the outfield and Catfish Hunter and Ken Holtzman and Gene Tennis and Dave Duncan. And yeah, that was really my as they say, wheelhouse. So David, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Joey, thank you for saying that. I really don't consider myself an icon, but if you want to say that, what am I to stop you? Okay, I get you, buddy. Dallin Sai, hello. Eddie Cox from Texarkana, hello, buddy. Darbs31 says Pack and Butcher was great, so was Dustin Uno. Dustin Uno really tore it up, didn't they? And I really like the Young Bucks in the Acclaim match as well. So I thought we had some good things on. Matthew Blackburn says, go Yankees. Can't argue with you, Matthew. I'm a Yankees fan too, in many ways. Always a Reggie Jackson fan. So there you go. Hello, William Grove. Tonight was a pre-tape show. I think you can tell that by me being in the Batcave here in beautiful Cobb County, Georgia. So, but next week, the next 2 weeks will be live when we have a New Year's Smash. So we're pretty excited about that. Hey, Mike Ruiz, thank you for saying that about the Batcave. Hello, Ivan. How are you, buddy? Thank you very much for being there. Season's greetings from Johnny as well. I'm not going to click on everybody. Do you think Brock Lesnar will be good for you? This is my personal opinion. Bringing him on would obviously, he's talented, right? And would be good for our TV show. But financially, I just don't think it'll work. This is just the wrong time. I mean, we are obviously bringing in some money through TNT and how much money we get for being on their station. But basically, without being able to go out and get the live crowds and the live gate, we're probably not making as much money as we should. So probably this will not be a good time for Brock Lesnar to be with us financially. Does that mean it'll happen down the road? Could. It's hard, difficult, and you should never say never in pro wrestling. I said I would never come back. So there you go. Garen Potter, for tape episode 9, this one felt live and love hearing you on commentary. Garen Porter, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I like your avatar as well. Let's see what else we got. I appreciate you being out there, all of you guys. Hello from Australia. Thank you, TV Guya. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you being out there as well. Hope you tell Tom Callis off the next time he starts with you. Damn straight I will, Lauren. Son of a bitch. Not going to come jerk thing off my head. I've been married a long time. Can't fool with me. Buchter, great Padres player. So Buchter's with the Padres now? Okay, I think he started I think he went from the Braves to the Padres and then ended up with the Oakland A's. So I don't know where he is now. And I should know, I've got his number. I should probably call the stupid son of a bitch. Say, Buchter, what are you doing? People are asking about you. As a matter of fact, that's what I'll do. He probably won't answer, but I will call, as we're on here, Ryan Buchter, former Braves pitcher. And let's see, I've got 2 numbers on him. Okay, see if he answers. He's from Philadelphia, by the way. So he's maybe back home, maybe in bed. So I don't know. So anyway, as we take this call, see what's going on. I mean, right now. Why is Dustin's finisher a running bulldog? Well, I would think, Ed.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 8.
All right, so Ryan didn't answer, even if that is. I would think that, Ed, that the reason it would be a running bulldog, logically, is that probably no one else really uses that. It's really, really smart to use something that no one else uses in AEW. So there you go. Okay, got a long one here from Mike. Mike, there you go. Obviously a Broncos fan. You're one of the greatest legendary commentators of all time. Thank you. With Jim Ross. How did you meet Jim Ross for the very first time? What was your favorite moment you worked in WWE? Favorite moment AEW? Thank you very much. Do you like the Denver Broncos? I do not dislike the Denver Broncos. Always like John Elway. And obviously, Peyton Manning was a tremendous benefit for the team. I met Jim Ross when we started doing shows on TBS. Back in 1987. And we were working together on the old TBS studio shows. Favorite moment of the WWE was, my favorite moment really was when I called, and I've meant, those of you who know me and follow me, when I called the Hulk Hogan Big Boss Man match at Madison Square Garden for MSN. I'm sorry, for the MSG network. That's been my favorite moment. So there. And that's kind of a obscure moment for most fans, but for me, and we went on to, we took a plane later that night. It was an afternoon show at Madison Square Garden for the Madison Square Garden network. Lord Alfred Hayes and I did it. May he rest in peace, one of the great guys. And so we flew to Boston that night to do the Boston Garden for New England Sports Network. Alfred and I did. So it was a great day for me. And that's my most memorable, favorite day. And Amon is going to be the first one to ask this question. What's the update about a TV deal in India? Wish I had some information. I want to tell you that this is kind of become a running yaho joke. It's not a joke, but it's kind of been becoming a running funny thing. And we will announce it here on the post game show. First ever. You'll know before anyone. You must love working with Sting again. Joe says, yeah, Joe, just one of the truly good guys. I've, through all my years in wrestling, I have worked with good guys. I can't say I've worked with any bad guys. I've worked with some different guys, but Sting is one of the good ones. Many layers of good guys. Really no bad guys. Jeff Jones could be a bad guy, but he's behind this. No, Jeff Jones is one of the great. Jeff Jones, next to Tommy Young, is another referee. Oh God. All right. Here's my buddy Steph Chesney. Steph, man, would you look at that? Would you look at that avatar? Steph's got a Shivani Buffalo shampoo t-shirt on. Steph, you got a deranged mind. But I know you, so I know it's okay. Who's your favorite Butcher? Butcher of AEW or Starrcade headliner, the Butcher Ed Leslie? Well, Steph, I have to say, thanks for the question, by the way. Steph, one of the great rock and rollers, really, of all time. The Butcher is one of my favorite guys of all time. The Butcher and the Blade are my buddies. I really enjoy them. I love their work. I love their character. So I'm going to go with the Butcher of AEW. That's not to disparage Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Ed Leslie, the Butcher, the Booty Man. What other names they come up with? So there you go. Steph, good to talk to you, buddy. And I know Steph's out on California time, so I know it's still early. Will Tony Khan sign CM Punk? If I knew that answer, I would probably make a lot of money. I don't know. I know that I have spent a lot of time with Tony Khan, especially the last 2 weeks. And I can tell you that CM Punk's name did not come up once during our one-on-one discussions. We've had hours of one-on-one discussions. They did not come up one time. I didn't ask. And even if he was going to sign him or was considering him or even talking to him, I can tell you right now, he wouldn't tell me, because Tony doesn't even tell me finishes of matches now or angles, which I like. So I'm not as in the know, Fayaz, as you would think. And damn it, I like it that way. The less you know, the less you're blamed about. For. There you go. Okay. Injungaman. The women's tag teams deserve their own belts. Ivelisse and Diamante are the bomb. I would like to see that done. I'm in favor of I personally in favor of not only a women's tag team match, but because we got this YouTube channel, I'm in favor of a women's show. That's what I'm in favor of. And I've talked to a lot of people about that. Whether it will ever happen or not, I don't know. Spanish Goddess, my favorite 80s song. Whew. Man, there's a lot of it. Hysteria by Def Leppard. It's one of my favorites. That's probably right. Probably my favorite. I wasn't overall a big Def Leppard fan, but I liked that song. I liked Never Surrender. And that was one of my favorite songs. So I got a bunch of 80s playlists on my Spotify, and I really like 80s on 8 on Sirius XM, with the exception of, and I don't mind Prince. I like Prince. I thought Prince was one of the most talented musicians ever, but they play Prince 4 or 5 times a day. It's like, I mean, there were hundreds, multiples of great 80s songs. So stop with the Prince, please. And it's nothing against Prince, but thanks for asking that. I liked a lot of Journey. Steph Chesney would agree with that. But I like Corey Hart, Never Surrender. That was one of my favorite songs. And Hysteria by Def Leppard. Really enjoyed that. A lot of Stevie Winwood stuff was good in the 80s. There you go. So there. Thanks for the question. Appreciate you being out there. Let's see what else we got. I'd like to try to reach out to all the ones. Brian Tinker chimes in. Hello, Brian. Thanks for being a staple of mostly all my 38-year young life. Brian, you're welcome. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Happy Christmas to you and your family. Hope I do put a smile on your face. I really do. Scott Newland saw Def Leppard twice. There you go. Who's your favorite wrestler on the AEW roster? Wow, that's a tough one, isn't it? I'm not going to say Kenny Omega because, I mean, some bitch, what do you do? I think, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Yes, it was Sting. Thank you very much, but he hasn't wrestled yet. Let's go with this. I really think that we are very fortunate in AEW to have some of the great young talent, and I'm going to list them off. Some of my favorites right now: Sammy Guevara, Ricky Starks, MJF. Had to spit when I said that, but I think Starks and Sammy Guevara are really stars of the future. I really do. So, but Sting, thank you, is my favorite. Jeff Jones pulled my ass out of the fire on that one. Okay. Did it feel awkward for you to hug Sting? No. Let me tell you why. Because hugging, although because of COVID, it's been toned down quite a bit. Hugging has always been the things that people in the wrestling business always do. So no, it wasn't awkward at all, Christy. I like your avatar, even though it looks like you may be a Dallas. Is that a Dallas Cowboy thing right there? I'll look over that, Christy, because you're a nice person. There you go. My favorite AEW match of 2020, Vishal Verma wants to know. Well, that's simple. It's the Young Bucks against Omega and Hangman from Revolution. I think that's probably one of the best I've ever done. Hey, Megan. There's our girl, Megan. Merry Christmas and enjoy some potted meat on you. You know, we were in Sam's Club the other day, Megan. You'll be interested to know this. And there is a big container. I mean, it was, you know how you buy things at Sam's Club, you just can't buy like one can of something. They're going to come in they're going to come in a box of 20. There was a box of 15 Vienna sausages. And I almost picked that sucker up to have them take my picture to put it on One Happen Win, our website. Because as we know, I do love Vienna sausages and potted meat and sardines and Spam and just pork and beans in a can, not cooked but cold. That's some good eating right there. Merry Christmas, Megan, and thanks for bringing that up. What's your best memory of the NWO? I think the best memory of the NWO has to be before the NWO started. I guess you could say Hulk Hogan turning heel and that great promo. If it's just in the back of your mind, that man, I remember when Hulk did that promo at Bash of the Beach '96. If that's in the back of your mind, you're thinking that was great. Go watch it again if you can, and it's even better when you watch it again. That was a memorable moment. But to me, when Scott Hall, and this was before the NWO came about, but it began the NWO in a way, when Scott Hall just walked in to the arena and got on the microphone, that is, to me, my best memory of the NWO, Garen. And thanks for that question. Good question. Appreciate that. See, Joe Slater agrees that Sammy G is amazing. There you go. What are your thoughts on Abaddon? Definitely a different character. Rajiv, first of all, thanks for your Christmas card. Appreciate you, buddy. I can tell you. I can tell you what my daughter said. My daughter is Laurie is just really got a great sense of humor. When she first saw Abaddon, she says, "That looks like me on my period." So I thought that was funny. That made me laugh. Other than that, I think Abaddon is very, very weird, very odd. And I think comparatively, because Hikaru Shida is a very polished wrestler, I think it's a good dynamic there. So, yeah, give it a shot, right? Have something different. Definitely a different character. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Alan Harrison. What's up, Alan? Do you have any Funko Pops? Glad you asked that question. I think I've got one over here I can show you. I've got this one. There is Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and the Bat Signal. That's the only one. And that was given to me. I can't remember who gave it to me. But if you're out there, hey, I appreciate it. I do receive a lot of gifts, and I'm very, very, and I appreciate it. I don't want anybody to send me gifts. I really don't. It feels awkward to do it, but I get them, and I do appreciate it, and I got that. So if you're out there listening in, and you're the one, I'm sorry I forgot your name. I can't remember who you are. I appreciate you. I really do. So there's my Alan. Thanks for that question. Let's see what else we got. We got some more coming in here. Boy, they were just flying in here, and the old man with that I am can't keep up with them. Aaron, how you doing, Aaron? Thanks for being with us, buddy. What's it like being back on TNT after all these years? Is network as involved with Dynamite as they were with Nitro? Well, to answer your question, they're pretty involved in Dynamite. They're not as involved as they were with Nitro because we were all the same company. And I think that was a detriment at that time. I think a television network owning a wrestling company is the wrong way to go. And I think we proved that. I think we've got to be our own entity. They do have a lot of input, I know. It's pretty surreal being back on TNT after all these years because I never ever thought I'd be on wrestling again, much less back on TNT. So thanks for your question. But yeah, they're involved, but not as much. It's a much different dynamic. What's it like to do commentary with Eddie Kingston? It's like pulling freaking teeth. Will AEW sign Ryback? Haven't heard his name bandied around at all. But again, right? I mean, like 2 months ago, if you would have typed in, will AEW sign Sting? I would have said, nah, that never happened. And then here we are. So I wish I had the answer for you. Okay. Are they having a revolution in Jacksonville? Heriberto Gutierrez. I think that's still in discussions right now. So I think that is still, it all depends on what happens the first year with the pandemic and or a vaccine. Who knows, right? I don't know. It's hard to really predict. I know we want to have it somewhere else. We want to go back traveling live. But it's hard with the pandemic to really predict what's going on. Okay. Anthony Pride says, do you know that AEW is going to sign Aaron Solo? I don't know that, but I know he's worked on Dark a couple times. I also like the Country Bears on Dark. That is Bear Country, and I like the Bears too. Good kids, hardworking kids. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you, Anthony. And I'm glad you're full of pride. Okay, let's see what else we got. Merry Christmas to Matthew Sisko. I do really enjoy working with Eddie Kingston. I really do. There you go. Let's see what else we got. Spam, fried, or straight out of the can. I like them both. You cannot beat fried spam and eggs in the morning. And just take spam right out of the can, slice it up, and have yourself a spam sandwich with JR's Main Event Mustard. Now, that sounds like a cheap plug, and it is, but it's also a shoot, as we say, because JR's Mustard is pretty damn good. Gary says, please say Merry Christmas to my best friend, Sean. Merry Christmas, Sean, from me and Gary. And Gary is an Eagles fan. There you go, bud. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being out there. Okay, here's one. What do you think of a new group of Kenny Omega, Sean Spears, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Laura Dennis with Don Callis as manager calling the Canucks? Why don't we just throw Chris Jericho in there and call him the Winnipeg Mafia or whatever, the Canadian Mafia? Thanks for that. Jonas, great to see me and Sting back together. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What happened the other day? I'm trying to think if this happened in the tape show that we just did or this happened in the last live show. And somebody said something about Sting, and I just can't on the show. And I just casually, yeah, it's Sting. And Tony Khan said in my ear, I really want you to, every time you say Sting, I really want you to punch it. I said, okay, boss, you got it. So you probably going to be hearing a lot more of them Stings. But anyway, Jonas, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. What else we got? Okay, Anthony Price, we talked to you. We talked to Brizleon Gooner as well. What else we got going on here? Josh, Merry Christmas to you, bud. Thank you very much. What is Sting's role with AEW? He is a member of the talent roster. I think we're going to end up seeing him in a match or two. I don't think you're going to see Sting wrestle on a regular basis on AEW Dynamite. And but you will see him wrestle. So there. Christian believes that Wardlow is a future world champion. Do you agree? I think he has all the potential. And, I mentioned earlier Guevara, and I mentioned Ricky Starks. Throw Wardlow in that group of great young talent that we have a lot of respect for. Will AEW sign Sifa? I saw that all online today. Man, I don't know. I mean, don't know. So there you go. Wishing you a great Christmas. Hope to see you in St. Louis. Keith went through St. Louis not too long ago on my way to University of Missouri. And I hope we will be able to go to back and wrestle at the University of St. Louis soon. That was planned, that was booked, and then the pandemic hit. What else we got? T-Mac, you're a great man, buddy. Thank you. And I like your avatar. I like your avatar in the butcher, in the barber shop, buddy. That's pretty cool. Good job. Hey, Prince Leo. Okay. Well, thank you, buddy. Is that you with Britt Baker? You son of a bitch. That's my girl. But thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. When will All Elite Wrestling be in Nashville, Tennessee? Romeo, we were. And at Memorial Auditorium downtown last winter. Or maybe it was early 2020. I can't remember, or late 2019. But I hopefully will be able to come back. What else we got here? Who's your favorite Inner Circle member? Chris Jericho. Ta-da. Joe, thank you, man, for being out there. AEW signing. I don't know who that is. Do you know who this is, Jeff? Jeff does. Okay. Just my right-hand man here. See, and I apologize for not knowing that. There. What else we got? Favorite Sting match? I think my favorite Sting match was when he first wrestled Ric Flair, Clash of the Champions, 1988. So, would you ever move to Texas? Great question. Lois would love to move to Texas. And we were there at Garland last year, last Christmas, around Christmas time, last December. And I remember thinking, hey, Garland, Texas is really, really nice. And Lois has some good friends in San Antonio. But this house that we put a lot of effort into, I don't want to move from this house. I really don't. And I got my dog here, Bug, and he's asleep. He loves his house. So I've lived in this house 30 years. And when I lost my job in WCW, and thus didn't have the income that I used to have when I was in WCW, and I was, going between different jobs and trying to call together more than one job, I did this in an effort to keep the house, and I did keep it. So it's a point of pride for me. This house is, as much as anything else. But, boom, love Texas, really do. Really do. Any future plans to come to California? Damn right, Jazz Beats. We were going to run the forum, and I believe. No, sorry, we were not going to run the forum. We were going to run the where Southern Cal plays, and I'll think of the name of the arena in a minute. We had that booked right around May of this past year. We were going to run California after Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, and then the pandemic hit, or before, and so we were going to run that, and so there you go. Okay, let's see what wasted my money for nothing, and thee wouldn't read mine out on air. Okay. Sure feel for you, Josh, but glad you're here and glad I could read that out for you. What's one of your favorite early 90s memories of WCW? Wow. I guess early 90s, I don't know. Would you consider 94 early 90s or mid 90s? I guess when Hogan arrived and wrestled Flair in Orlando. I guess you could consider that one of my early memories, favorite memories. Something we were talking about today, the Halloween Havoc cage match where they electrocuted Abdullah the Butcher. Don't know it was my favorite, but it's one of my most memorable ones from Halloween Havoc 91. That was crazy. That was crazy because it was a cluster from the word go, and we still remember it. Okay. Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. I agree. Let's see. AEW's. What was your favorite WCW pay-per-view? Of all of them, probably Starrcade '97, because that was what we kind of what we pointed to. That was, I mean, that's kind of like that was our big focus. The focus of the whole company really was that. Oh, John, you want me to ask that? Hey, Bug, you want to go for the car ride? There you go. That's the way. Thank you, John. That's the way to get him to look at the camera. Bug, you want to go for another car ride? We can't go for a car ride. He already went for a big car ride today. As you can tell, he knows when I say car ride, and he loves it. He and Lois and Chewy and I all took a long ride, didn't we? Huh? Didn't we, buddy? You good boy. I'm sorry to wake you up. Go back to sleep. All right. So there you got it. Prince got his ticket for Philadelphia. It's late, but take your time. Be worth the wait on my end. I'm telling you, Prince, stay away from Britt Baker. Okay, what else we got? AEW is planning to go to Toronto this year. In the future, any chance of coming to Calgary, Canada? You know what? I would say that there is a good chance that we get back and we get rolling again, that we're going to probably try to hit just about every big city in Canada. I knew we were going to go out. We were going to spend this summer in England. And so, yeah, why not? Right. So there. Bug, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. That was John who wanted me to do that. Okay. Now I see now Bug's pissed off at me. Thanks, Raymond. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to grab him here. Bug's been with me for 10 years. He's my best buddy. And I figure if NBA players can put their kids in post-game media scrums, I can put the Bug in there with me because all my kids are gone. But Bug's my best buddy. Goes with me everywhere, don't you? Huh? You go everywhere with me? Where's all the places we go? We go outside and we go walking, and we go pee-peeing on the mailbox, right? Yeah. And then we go car riding. We do that. Yeah. And then we go night-night. Then we wake up early in the morning. I hold you for breakfast, right? Yeah, you're a good boy. Let's see. What we got? You want to? Do you want to try to read that one? Let's see. The AEW can come to Pakistan in the coming time. Obviously, with the Khans being from Pakistan, I'm sure that's something that they would love to see. I mean, I know that Shad came here from Pakistan, was a very successful businessman, had a son named Tony, and Tony knows more about my past than I do, and I feel very blessed at that. So there you go. Coming to Pakistan, I'm sure there's probably some not be easy getting over there to do it, but I'm sure I would say that anything easy, buddy. I would say that any place is a potential to go. How was it plugging Dynamite on Impact? It was great. If you like 5 people looking at your show, put me back on Impact. But there you go. Chattanooga, Romeo, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah. Love the UTC arena. I think Bug's falling asleep here. Bug. Night. You want to go night? You're falling asleep on us here, buddy. Let's see. We're only going to go a couple more minutes here. Am I missing anybody? Matt Connors. And let's see. Matt, I'm going to try to find it. Matt, I see your question up here. But I can't find it on. Oh, there it is. Any plans of running smaller shows in Canada when the world is back to normal? Matt is in New Brunswick. Thank you very much for saying that about my interaction. Am I bothering you here? Thank you much for saying that about my interaction with the fans, but I do that out of sincerity. I'm sincere about wanting to interact with fans. I really enjoy the fans. I really enjoy you guys. And the reason I do that, I've said it so many times, is I was just like you. So a wrestling fan. So I get it. And smaller shows in Canada, yeah, I would. Well, I don't know if we had ever planned to run quote unquote house shows or not. And I guess that's what you mean, smaller shows. I guess that's what you mean, smaller shows. But hey, stop licking. But hopefully we'll get back doing that very, very soon. Is Bug a Chihuahua? Bug is a combination, a mix of a Chihuahua, and his mom was a Tibetan Spaniel. His dad was a Chihuahua. And they had a litter, and they were going to get rid of Bug and put him in a shelter. We saved him, and he's been around ever since. Let's go one more question here. Heard so many stories you working at Starbucks. How long did you actually end up working there, and what was your biggest highlight there? I think I worked there for, I believe, Jeremy, 18 months. And my biggest highlight was really just getting to know the people and getting to connect with all the people that I worked with. And I like to pride myself being a personable guy. And I just I got to know a lot of people in the community. I got to know, and every place has its downfall. But I think my biggest highlight was finding out how good of a place it was to work and how busy you can be during morning drive. Yikes. There you go. Hey, everybody. Bug is, I would say your name. He's got to go to bed. And we got to get up early in the morning because we got a podcast we got to do with the great Conrad Thompson. But I appreciate everybody watching Dynamite. I appreciate you saying all the nice things that you've said about us. I really do. I can tell you right now, we're working hard and we're enjoying what we're doing to bring you a great show. We're not going to always have a great show. We're going to miss sometimes. I get that. But I think we're going to have overall more great shows than we have misses. And I really think the next 2 weeks we're going to have some great shows for you, especially with John Moxley coming back. Thanks to everybody. Appreciate you. Jeff, appreciate you out there, buddy, as well. And we'll see you next week on Dynamite. That is Wednesday at the regular time. And that is Wednesday, the 30th of December for New Year's Smash #1, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on TNT. Thanks, everybody. And stay in contact with us on social media as well. You okay?